This movie is the solution to the problem, how do I get anxiety for about an hour and 40 minutes? Spoilers ahead. So, I've never been the biggest horror fan, but that doesn't mean I don't like finishing watching these kinds of films. It's like eating an extra hot chicken wing. You feel a sense of accomplishment afterward. Thrillers and horrors are usually very bland nowadays, relying on jump scares and loud sounds to scare the audience. And this movie isn't free of jump scares, but I think it balanced them out pretty well. The story is interesting. I felt invested in the film. After they catch Longlegs, it starts answering all of our questions. I like that it has its spiritual side, not just people who went insane. That's some classic horror right there. I can't help but see the visual and directorial references to The Shining. It has a lot of the great elements that made The Shining scare me when I watched it, and I was definitely too young to be watching that. The creepiness is there, the whole zodiac coded letters and the patterns situation always gets me. I'm a fan of the kind of thrillers in which they are trying to piece everything together and discover who the suspect is. The writing is well done. When you look back at a film and realize the answer was pretty obvious, then it was a great script because you didn't notice it on a first watch. I can see that this film was inspired by many others. That's good because it created a different artwork that was really effective. I had no idea what to expect. I only knew Nick Cage was being creepy. That's everything I knew about the movie. Speaking of which, he's absolutely amazing here. I have to admit, I tried to look away from his face whenever he was on screen. The whole delivery reminds us that he's one of the best actors out there in Hollywood right now. I know he's made some questionable movies, but the talent is there. The rest of the cast is very good too, but Cage steals the show, if it even is stealing. The movie is named after his character. The dolls are ridiculously scary. It's always the dolls. It's never the possessed fire truck. It's always one of those creepy toys. The cinematography is quite good. I love how it got a lot of inspiration from other great works like I mentioned before, and it's done in a very tasteful way. In scary movies, sound design is paramount to the experience, and here it doesn't disappoint. It fits the mood of the film excellently, even if it has its loud sounds to scare people moments. In terms of rewatchability, I generally don't rewatch stuff that made me feel scared or anxious, but if I ever wanted to induce a period of anxiety that would last around an hour and 40 minutes, then I'd say it has an 83% rewatchability potential. It's not the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life, but it's got its great moments that made it a memorable film. As always, thank you for watching. See you next time.